Oh, yeah. Dear diarrhea. Diarrhea full of shit. Just play along with me, myself, and I, and no one else. Hey, I'm so legit. It's like the middle of the night.
Why'd you go to bed at 4 p.m.?
Maybe. Like I said, whichever one of you lucky ladies ends up being my boo thing. I'll just look over at you. Want to go to bed and sleep? It's good to be and shit. Like I said, it's good to be and it's good to be a simpleton. Hey, look, it's snowing outside. Cool. Want to go play in it? Fuck no, it's cold. I'm exaggerating. Pretty much. But, well, I mean, does sitting out on the deck and just staring off into space count? With a cup of hot cocoa? Or apple cider or coffee or whatever. Anyway, a couple things. Dude, I just got an idea. My nephews, they have those little quad things. They're like kid version. They're kind of fun to tear around on, but have they pulled each other behind those things in a sled? No way. They've had those things for like 3 years. There's no way they didn't think of that yet. I'm surprised. I just thought of it right now. Maybe I have and I just forgot. I don't know. I'm and shit. Anyway. Yeah, it's still winter. Shit. December 21st is the official day of winter. Hey, there's 3 of them. They got 2 though. I wonder if they'll get a 3rd one when the youngest one gets older. I don't know. I'm not into that shit. I just don't. I'm not into much. I just have no desire unless it was utilitarian, you know what I mean? But I don't get that adrenaline hit, you know what I mean? I'm not saying I couldn't get on a quad and, lean into it and all that shit, but what do you mean utilitarian? I mean, if I fucking had to do it, I could get on it and tear it up like I fucking knew what I was doing. But I wouldn't be like, yeah! There would be no adrenaline hit. It would be just like, fuck, all right, I gotta hit this speed. All right, and then gotta do this with my legs and my body and blah, blah, blah. And, I'm gonna be in the air, so the launch is important because when I land, that's when the accident happens. Takeoffs are optional, landings are mandatory. Ha ha! Pilot talk. But, anyway. Wow, man, you just sound like a blast. Well, if I absolutely had to fucking do this, this is how I would do it. So, I'm done. I did my rounds. I participated. Wouldn't want to be a downer. Now I want to sit on the sidelines. But, anyway. So yeah, a couple things. Yeah. Oh, I bought some root beer at the grocery store. Henry Weinhardt's and IBC. Both are root beer from my past. The Henry Weinhardt's bottle is still pretty much the same. The IBC bottle is different. It used to be just like dark brown with like raised glass. Now it's dark brown with smooth glass with like print on it. And they're considered like fancy root beer. Now, IBC, I don't remember what it tasted like as a kid. Maybe I just never really paid attention. But now, I notice it's kind of got a licorice smell and kind of a licorice taste. Black licorice, not red licorice. Which I don't think is actually licorice. I think licorice is a taste in and of itself. The word licorice is kind of a tasty sounding word, but it's not. Black licorice, it's... Henry Weinhardt's, I think they actually may have changed the recipe a little bit. It tastes pretty much the same, but now it actually, I shit you not, kind of smells a little bit, and kind of a little bit, you kind of get that little bit of spice, as all root beer has. But it actually kind of literally tastes like beer a little bit. Just a brief moment, because that's how like beer and stuff is, it's like got that complex phases of smell and flavor. Same thing with hard liquor, but I can't get past the taste of nail polish remover, which some people would argue is part of the taste. But I gotta tell you, I like it. I always liked beer. I didn't drink so I can only drink hard liquor as utilitarian. I don't think I've ever had champagne. I've had wine before. I'll start drinking wine, with sparkles. Champagne on occasion. We'll have, a cabinet full of, like top shelf liquor, And I want to start making mixed drinks and whatnot once I'm done letting my liver rebuild. And I've said this before, I can't drink more than one beer, otherwise I kind of get that full feeling and kind of an aftertaste, and I don't enjoy it as much. So every like 3 days or so, I would enjoy a beer. And it's going to be the same. I'm going to have my setup downstairs, I'm going to build a bar, just like, like a 3-person bar where you could have, and I'll have, the tall stools. Maybe 4. That way, in theory or whatever, like I said, if me and my boo thing want to invite, one of our friends over, who are a couple, then we can sit at the bar and stare at the wall where there is no bartender, because I was the bartender. It just would look better, you know what I'm saying. So, but then we'll move wherever, and it'll be set up, blah, just things, like I said, a functioning house. But I'm gonna have the sparkler tap with a beer. I'll do my research that responds well to that. And there's a different way to pour it. Do you hold it down at the bottom? Do you, let it fill from the top? Then I'm going to have the American spout or whatever. I guess they call it like a cream spout or something. Which I looked up cream ale. I thought that was like invented in Ireland. I guess that's an American thing. But anyway, so I'm going to have the 2 different beer engines, just where you pull it, And then I'm going to have a fridge, like an old school fridge. And I'm going to paint on the top, say beer. And I'll always have like a cream ale or some sort of like favorite beer, up towards the top or whatever. And then it'll be full of different beer. Aren't you an alcoholic? No, actually, no. I mean, yes, but no. Like I said, and especially with my boo thing, that's gone forever, unfortunately, because I kind of enjoyed that. I drink alone, because it'll just, the environment is wrong. It just, it's gone. Okay? There's, but, um, and I'll have bottles and cans, and that fridge will be set at like 36 degrees. And I'm gonna have all the different types of beer glasses under there. So I'm gonna have like a big beer mug, regular sized beer mugs, the beer glasses that just kind of are small at the bottom and kind of get wider. I'm gonna have the beer glasses that have the bulb up at top. So it's the same thing, only it's got like that, which I guess is supposed to, like, you know, trap the smell. It's stupidness, but I'll have them. And then what else? I'll have wine glasses, champagne glasses, whiskey shot glasses, whiskey glasses. You know, like the little. I mean, I have them up here too, but these will just live up here. Downstairs, I am going to have a bar. That's just whatever. You're an alcoholic, right? No. Oh yeah, I get it. You just drink too much. Yeah, it's whatever I want it to be. But maybe I'll have some sort of pressurized keg or something. I don't even know how that works. Do you like plug those in or something? Is there like a little motor that keeps it pressurized? I don't know. I don't want that. Just out of the principle of the thing, you know what I mean? Electricity ain't free. It's a process from start to finish. So that when I, you know, do something and, you know, that was my impression of beer coming out of a tap. You know, I'm not that guy. Okay? I've decided I don't want trees anymore. As much as it kills me, you know, water is gold. Okay? I don't know what the next 20 years is going to look like. You know what I'm saying, dog? Oh, they could always dig deeper. Yeah. But, so like I'm going to build a decorative wind fence. You know what I mean? I mean, my dad has like 64 trees. And they're like mature. You know what I mean? And he's not having any well problems or anything, but you know, I don't know, you know, maybe I should pay attention, you know what I mean? I tend to sometimes think my reality into existence and whatnot. If I just all of a sudden on a whim, now I'm not that guy, you know, I'm not saying, well, you know, I'm a prophet now or whatever. I don't mean that like in a biblical sense. I just mean, you know, like whatever. I've decided just on a whim that water is really important. It's my new bag. Maybe I should pay attention to that, you know, or whatever, you know, and I don't know. Because aquifers refill, they recharge, as they call them, but it takes a long time. It draws. And that's why all these people out of them, they keep track of that shit. So it's like my neighbor is not in my aquifer. The neighbor, you know, a mile down the road might be in my aquifer. That way it's not drawn, you know, from the same. At least I think that's how that works. You know, just look it up online. You know, the difference between, you know, glaciers, springs, aquifers, which I think a spring is basically an aquifer that has like, it's under pressure and, you know, it breaks the surface. So, and I don't live next to, actually I do live, but those are whatever they are. You know what I'm saying? You know, I don't live next to like a river or a big lake or anything. Anyway, so, and you know, I'm gonna do some decorative stuff. You know, I've got like some more, you know, but I've just decided I was gonna, you know, buy 10 trees at first and see how they did, and you know, set all my buildings up so they collect rainwater, like even on the gable side, you know, put like, you know, gutters and collect all that shit. And probably just build within reason. But anyway, I've just decided, you know, because like I said, that's kind of my new thing is, beverages, and, I got that water filter. I remember when I first moved in, I would talk about that, it's just like, man, just a glass of water. As long as it comes through there, I'll have to see how it tastes out of the spigot. Because I think it tastes like that because it's in the pressure tank and the plastic pipes. And it picks up that taste. But if it runs through a filter, oh, fuck. It is so crisp and so clean. See, when people say, water, oh, it's so delicious, everybody knows water doesn't have a taste. But it's got like a drinkability. When it first hits your tongue and then you swallow and then, the aftertaste. Does it have kind of a, like tap water especially because, I like put shit in it. But my water comes from an aquifer 1,000 feet under my house. Okay, I like that. Yes, it has to go through a filter, but I believe, like I said, I'll have to. But anyway, so it just got me thinking. That water's in the ground, man. It's precious. It's life. Okay, people are like, 60 to 75% water. As much as it kills me, I'm sorry, Boothang. When our kids are, 15 and 17 years old or whatever, they will not have a tree to climb. They will have to go over to their grandparents' house for that. I have just decided I don't like it. I don't like it one fucking bit. But this is the prairie, I don't live in the mountains. I live on a prairie. Trees don't naturally really grow out here. I sit atop a water source. I drink from that water source. I bathe in that water source. That water source is important to me, at least the section that I'm sitting on. Because it's like porous rock, so it's like it might, and then it seeps in and stuff. Like I said, I'm not necessarily the only one in this particular aquifer. I forget the name of it. But they have like maps and stuff, It's just, that's kind of how it works. You can look it up if you want to, if you're interested. So, like wherever you live at, because I remember looking at the map, but yeah, there'd be water under that ground that there be, and it's fresh water. You know what I mean? I'm gonna have a yard, but it's gonna be very modest. So that's what's up. But anyway, and then I'm gonna have another fridge, with pop, and I'm gonna have seltzer water down there that's just set up, like out of a thing that you can, put it in a glass. I'm also gonna have, reverse osmosis down there, and and I'm gonna have the bar with the mirror, and all the different stuff, and we'll have some basic bottles, up here for us. Boo thing. You want a nice cocktail or whatever. Mixed drinks. Get your mind out together. Oh, I'll give you some cocktail. Oh, you definitely will. But anyway, moving on. Bundle Baby. Gee, I was just talking about a tank. Where'd you find a fucking tank? Must be fate. Actually, it wasn't a tank. I got that wrong. It was a snowcat. A tank would not be practical. Not in the mountains. You need them big wide treads. And it had a, like a, whatever. So, so snowcats are usually not diesel, but I guess they just couldn't get it started. But what I would have done is, because the diesel, they use the diesel for the drip torches and whatnot, because it doesn't, flash and all that. You just lay it down and it burns. But, and if I remember correctly, they mix it with like oil and stuff. I don't know. But I would have went and bought a super soaker, and just whatever, take it out there. Anyway, it was all done up. It was like red and had a dragon painted on the side and whatnot. But my dumb ass called it a tank. It wasn't a tank. But anyway, check out. So I saved that picture of you, by the way. I am going to masturbate to it. When we hook up, though, you need to not be a blonde, okay? You must like being a blonde. I do not like you being a blonde, okay? So, I'm not telling you what to do, but I think blondes look stupid. You obviously don't. You are wrong. But, real quickly, I'll throw this in. Hey, fucko. Show me some tits, you stupid bitch. Do something intelligent for once in your life. You fucking moron. Dumbass. That's the wrong Gina, I'm assuming. Oh. Because I quickly scanned. Oh, if that's her best before anybody else, then yeah, I don't think that's Gina Boo. Gina Boo. Oh, yeah, she abandoned you when all that shit hit the fan, didn't she? She's like, fuck, I don't want no part of this. Was that you? I don't know, may have not been. But, I stumbled across this channel. It's called, like, Music Chat or something like that. The name of the video is A Dentist's Dream. I did not save it in my funny folder because I don't want to help spread that. But apparently this guy finds people who are on the internet and makes, 1 to 2 minute spoof songs about them. They're custom songs. They're not like Weird Al Yankovic where he just changes the words. But, the one, I gotta admit, it was funny. She can eat a banana sideways. She can whisper in her own ear. She applies lipstick with a paint roller. She can deep throat thermos, which deep throating is another one of those faggot things that humans do. Throw up on my dick. Oh. Fart in my mouth. Oh. Fucking humans. Nice ass. Let me see your butthole. What's the butthole got to do with the ass? Fucking humans. But I feel sorry for that girl, because it's funny, and I'm sure in her world, therapy is going well. She's been made fun of her whole life. Her friends and family encouraged her to follow her dreams. She always wanted to, have a YouTube channel, not necessarily for the monetization or anything, but she just honestly wanted to. It sounds like she's, runs a cooking channel or whatever. And she's following, she's comfortable. She's finally becoming comfortable in her own skin, and she's getting a following. And one day she wakes up and discovers she's been turned into a meme. So like I said, I did not put it in my funny shit folder, but that doesn't mean that I'm not going to laugh at it. So, and he does other shit too, you know. Basically, he just finds people who look weird and he makes fun of them. So, oh shit. Obviously, he doesn't believe in karma, or if he does, it's a twisted version of it. But anyway, oh, and this other one, this guy's all, it was a short. That's all my neighbors, you know, he lives in an apartment complex or whatever, and they're playing their music loud, being inconsiderate. And he told them about it at first, you know, like on the balcony. He's like, hey, can you guys turn that down? And their response was, you know, it's America, you know. So apparently this guy is some sort of hacker or into computers or whatever. And, you know, like I said, magic air, you know. Back in my day, you know, you'd be fucked. You just, you know, because it would be in the form of a CD. But these days, that motherfucker can get on his computer and, well, access yo shit. Okay, everything has a flip side. You know, your, what's it called? That little green dot or whatever. Oh, I got my music stored on. I don't have to go buy it. I can just download it through the cloud. You know, so, you know, Ben and Brian can access your shit, your world, your phone, your computer, your home security system. If it's quote unquote smart, quote unquote on the wire, or quote unquote magic air. Number one, it's not yours. Number two, you could wake up one day and everything's going to be different. Number three, you might just lose it. And number four, Ben and Brian can access your shit. So, back in the day, you had to get in your car and buy a CD. That's it. There were not these 4 terms and conditions that came along with it. Because he, you know, and he changed it. And first he changed it to like, oh, say, can you see? And they just keep changing it, right? So, you know, just, yeah. Miss me with that shit. No, I just won't listen to music. Which isn't true. I do listen to music on YouTube. So, but you get my point, right? So, everything has a flip side. Magic air. You know? And I don't know if he's an ethical hacker or whatever, but, you know, just a computer tech type dude. But there are people out there, you know, who are like, stupid butterflies.
I like video games. I like video games a lot. I think I'll just make this battle and put it out there and like it really happened.
You know, everything has a flip side. What the fuck is this? Is this real? And now you got AI on the scene, so it's going to town all on itself. This person's a true hero, and there's cynics like me. Especially the end. I just sort of blasted over that. Because me being me, you know, I'm like, good God, let's just set the whole goddamn wood supply ablaze. You know, but the end is actually the funniest. When it's the little meowy cat, you know, fucking cougar, all snuggled up. Get the fuck out of here.